right, DJ, let's get to work. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, keep it moving, fellas. Come on now.
Next time, man. Next time.
All right, DJ, let's get some shots up. Here's what we're gonna do. Nicely done, DJ. Way to go.
Gracias, Marc.
Next time, man. Next time.
right, DJ. I see you want to work on your post game. Here's what we're gonna do.
Ano yan, ma? Kumain na ako. Kumain na kami ni Bolay. Kumain na kami ni Bolay.
It's good work, DJ. Keep grinding. Still room for improvement.
Hey, hit me up.
Ha?
And you're watching 2K TV.
This week in NBA 2K, we have the latest off-season moves updated in NBA 2K18. Opening night is just around the corner, and as the teams prepare for the season, you can compete with the latest roster moves in the game. In the neighborhood, the venue will host regular ante-up and house rules events, but on Sunday, October 1st, check out the brand new Ruffles 4-Pointer Challenge. And in My Team, new cards have been added to the throwback pack, including Dominique Wilkins, Jermaine O'Neal, and Chris Webber. Stock up and hit the court in Supermax as round 2 kicks off. Get those wins and rank up. Hey guys, I'm Rachel, and welcome to this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, coming to you from the Do NBA 3X tournament in San Francisco. the Do NBA 3X tournament, where 3-on-3 teams are competing to make it to the final round in LA for a chance to take the title. NBA legend Baron Davis is in attendance, and I've challenged him to a game of knockout with local fans.
I have my squad with me right here. I want you to go second.
Knockout?
Today we are here at the Do NBA 3X tournament, and I'm here with Baron Davis. Thank you for joining us on 2K TV.
Thanks for having me, Rachel.
If you were to put together the perfect 3-on-3 team, what types of players would you have?
Guys who can defend and guys who can shoot off the dribble and get to the hole. So
your ideal NBA team, you're on the team. So are the four that you put?
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, and Kobe.
Okay. Would you start in that 3-on-3 lineup? Who would you
Nah.
bench? No.
Probably not. I come out the bench with the firepower. I come off the bench, score all the points, so.
Cool. Well, today we are in San Francisco, and I know that you've made some pretty cool memories in the Bay Area. When you come back, what is one thing that you love to get into?
I just love to walk around the city, eat, just enjoy the community, enjoy the people. I like this place because it allows you to just be yourself, and you can kind of move around the city and do whatever you want.
Cool.
Yeah.
And in 2K18, you are part of a few of the classic teams.
Yeah.
Are you excited
Super excited.
Yeah.
Now I can get back into playing, get back into it. You know what I mean? Really appreciate 2K for doing that, and it's just anything to kind of keep your spirits alive and keep the game alive is fun for me.
There's probably some kids who play our game who might not even been able to witness you play in those years, so they'll get to
it'd be
feel
fun.
it again.
They get a chance to see it and pretty much wonder, but it was good while it lasted, and it's great that it's games like this to keep it going.
Probably one of the most anticipated teams is the We Believe Warriors. Is there one memory that you could take away?
I say the one memory is when we actually beat Dallas, just to see the whole community and the whole arena and everybody, all the players on the floor, just kind of like celebrating, you know what I mean? Because it wasn't so much just that we beat Dallas, it was just that we got there, you know what I mean? And it was like the first step to what we thought we would be able to do.
Well, congratulations in your career and beyond, and thank you for coming on 2K TV.
Thank you.
And you can go on over and play with Baron Davis and the amazing We Believe Warriors as part of 2K18's classic teams. And while I'm on the topic, which classic team do you think could beat the current Warriors? That's the subject of Scott OG's winning tips.
What's going on, 2K fans? Scott O'Gallagher here, and we're back again for some more winning tips. There's a big debate that's going around in the NBA circles on which team could take out this 67-15 Golden State Warriors. I'm gonna point you to the 15-1, 2001 Shaq and Kobe Los Angeles Lakers. When you talk about taking out the Warriors, it's all about pace. The Warriors last year lost 15 games, but out of those 15 games, 7 of those are when they scored under 100 points. The key is to dump the ball inside. You want to slow the game down. And there's not a better player out there, the most dominant man, our cover athlete, Shaquille O'Neal. From a schematic perspective, the 2001 Lakers ran the triangle offense. This had 2 post players inside the 3, with 3 perimeter players around the 3. If a spread floor is more your style of play, I suggest subbing out Horace Grant for Robert Horry. Now you have 4 perimeter shooters around arguably the most dominant big man that the NBA has ever seen. Another reason why this 2001 Laker team was so great is because of our last year's legendary cover athlete, Kobe Bryant. Kobe, known for being one of the best one-on-one players the league has ever seen, he is a great player to go to when you're in a bind. One thing the Warriors do really well is they play defense. They communicate all across the floor, and they switch as good as any team in the league. When you switch a lot, that means you're gonna see mismatches. And when you get those mismatches, you gotta take advantage. If you happen to get a switch with Kobe on Curry, I would use our quick play options to send Kobe Bryant right to the post. Usually we're talking about Shaq, but from there it's nothing else but a barbecue chicken alert. Expect a double team, so you gotta be able to work on that fade from either shoulder, and nobody did it better than Mr. Kobe Bryant. Until next time, winners win, and I'm out.
What's up, guys? I am joined once again by Shaq on 2K TV. Thank you again for joining us on the show. Going back to LA, there is a statue of you in front of Staples Center. What was your first reaction when you saw the design?
You know, the good part about it is, like, you know, usually statues that stand in front. This one's coming out the side of the building. So.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and the dunk by Shaq.
And this one, you are dunking. But if you had to pick a different pose, what would it be?
There is no different pose. That's always my, you know, signature move. So when people see that, they realize that, hey, like, you know, even now, like, if you see a guy dunk with two hands, they'll say, oh, that's a Shaq dunk.
And bring their legs up a little
bring
bit.
the legs up, yep.
So from your playing days, you had a really nice transition into television broadcasting. What was that transition like?
Well, it was difficult but fun. Put your hands up, buddy. Put your hands up, Kenny. Okay. Touch it. All right. Join hands. You just got to ride the wave. I'm allowed to utilize humor every day, and I'm able to be myself. And I don't have to change the voice and blah, 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 and bam, 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 and all that stuff.
Good.
I call my hands.
What does that have to do with maintaining that momentum?
You got to ride the wave, Ronnie.
Oh, okay.
I know that you've always had some sort of Shaq project going on. You never take a break. So is there anything that you're excited about right now that you're working on?
Well, thinking about getting a master's in law or going to law school. I've been thinking about that for a while. And I'm the type that I do crazy things for certain reasons. For example, I don't want to be a lawyer. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to practice law. But there's this building in Orlando that I would just love to have my name on it as a law firm. So that's why I want to go to law school. Just want to go to law because you can't own a law firm unless you're a lawyer.
Yeah.
Again, I don't want to practice law, but it's this building. It's been sitting in Orlando for 10 years. I always ride by, and I would like to see O'Neill and Demeter law firm. And so think about going to law school.
I'll take some online courses and it's a deal.
Let's do it.
Well, thank you again for coming on 2K TV and obviously being a part of 2K for another year and being on the cover.
Thanks. It's awesome.
Have you guys checked out My Team? Well, fans will notice big updates and more ways to compete than ever before. Here's our My Team expert, Robbie, to get you guys started.
My Team is a mode of the game where you can compete with your favorite players online, collect new players, and constantly add to your squad throughout the season. It's a great, fun mode of the game, and you can customize everything from your logo to your jerseys to even what kind of basketball you use, and you can always make your favorite team. When you first open the mode, you're going to be presented with 5 starter packs. Those starter packs correspond to 5 different play styles that are your system proficiencies. You want to pick the one that is going to match the way you like to play NBA 2K18. Here's a quick tip to remember when you're picking your starter pack. When you finish the first warm-up game, you will get a Welcome to My Team pack. In that pack, there's going to be a free agent Damian Lillard, so keep that in mind when you're picking your starter pack. You're going to get a great point guard right off the bat. The free agent cards are only available for 5 games, so once you use those 5 games up, they're gone. One of the best ways to build up your team is through domination mode. When you play games in domination and earn 3 stars, you're going to get a pack that includes a new player. So the best way to start out is to play a bunch of games in domination, get used to your team, and then add new players, and eventually you'll have a great squad. As you're playing through My Team, don't forget to check the goals screen. It's a great way to check your progress throughout the year and, of course, get you some great rewards along the way. If you're looking for a little quicker way to play that isn't going to burn up contracts, I suggest playing Pack and Playoffs mode. You're going to have to play with a randomly drafted team, get some choices, and you'll earn some really great rewards if you manage to win your way through the playoffs. Another great way to earn quick rewards is to head into schedule mode. At the start, you'll earn things like contracts, shoes, and even some player rewards. The best mode to test your skills online is My Team Supermax. You're going to be using a salary system to put some of your best players together and then take on the world. I wouldn't recommend hopping into it right away. You need to build your team first. Once you get there, it is the ultimate competitive mode in My Team. Remember, new content releases weekly in My Team throughout the year, so you've always got to be ready for more players to be added to the mode. So for now, get started, get into domination, and I'll be back with more My Team tips throughout the season. And remember, you can't beat My Team.
And now for your top plays of the week.
Ball D up! Hey, watch him! Go on, y'all! Someone help out! Top, don't let him take that! It's all you!
LD2K here. It's time for the top 4 plays of the week. Let's get right into it. First up is Ortiz Joshua, who self-alleys it off the backboard, 360 jam. That is one way to get your top play on 2K TV. Not to be outdone by Ram, he comes down the lane and throws down a 360 oop off of the bounce. No backboard required. Next up, we have Zohan, who's going to come down the lane, bringing some love to the Windy City by jumping and clearing the defender, putting all of these self-alley-oops to shame. Next up, we have Captain Nugget, who gets the steal. No look, over his head, gets the bounce. That's disrespectful. Stop it. Now, it's time for you to vote for your favorite play of the week. And remember, you can submit all of your top plays using hashtag 2KTVWow on social. Think you got something better than these plays? Submit and prove it. This is LD2K. I'll see you guys in the next episode.
That's all we've got for this week, guys. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Man, first time I heard this, I thought it was Future.
What?
First time you heard Designer, didn't you think it was Future?
Man, get out of here with that. Here's the problem. You don't know music, man.
Oh, no, I know you didn't just say I don't know music.
You don't, bro. All right, let me rephrase. You right. You don't know music like how I know music.
Oh, so what? You make it to the NBA and all of a sudden
look,
you Timberland?
I'm not trying to play you. I'm just
trying to play
ask
me,
them.
though.
Ask them the
I'll
question.
ask anybody. Hey, first time y'all heard Designer, didn't you think it was Future?
Yes.
Exactly. It's not?
Hey, Sham, can I have a word?
Okay. Anything you can say to me, you can say it in front of Rook. Man, have a seat.
Okay, you want to tell me about this?
Yo, those came out?
Fire,
oh,
bro.
This is dope. Man. Hey, man, my cousin is a club promoter.
Okay.
I told him I'd come
Best of luck to him. But why did I have to find out about this from finding that on my car?
My bad. I mean, where'd you park?
So help me God, you were aging me by the minute. He can't use the team logo. If he keeps printing these, Sham, we're gonna sue him.
I can get you on the list if that'll help.
Just fix it.
Bro, I didn't get an invite, man.
Man, I'm not putting her on the list.
Man, put me on the list.
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Come on, dude,
Look
this
at
has a real
this.
lion?
No, they photoshopped it.
What happened? You were scared?
I was. Don't tell nobody.
And that would have been DJ Khaled. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down.
It's the city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, and we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. The road trip ends for the Jazz here as they leave for Utah right after the game. And, of course, the big news, Joel Embiid out with the injury.
Yeah, and as bad as it turned out to be, it tells you a little bit about his toughness, that when they took him to the locker room after he got hurt, he wanted to come back out and get back on the court.
He's the definition of a gamer. He doesn't want anything to slow him down, even an injury like that.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin. Sixers head coach Brett Brown has gone through the lean years in Philly, but his coaching philosophy stayed constant during that time. He said, who's playing hard? There's a certain type that we're trying to grow in a city like Philadelphia. We've got to find people who can gain respect by competing. Kevin?
Thanks, DA. And Philly loves guys that work hard, a great attitude to build your team around for sure. And in the early part of the season, Steve, talk about establishing chemistry as a team.
Well, a lot of times there's new players, new faces, so you want to get a chance to play with those guys in an NBA game. Practice, preseason, it's just not the same. But having that chemistry and early getting that chemistry going, you are chomping at the bit to get the season started. And usually game one is when it starts.
You may have the same roster, but it's always a different team, correct in that assessment?
Yep, kind of like the first day of school.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Utah, Hood and Ingles filling out the perimeter. Jonas Jerebko out there with Gobert, and it's Rubio in at the point guard position. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Gobert lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for the Jazz. Now here's Fultz, guarded closer. He kicks to Black. Gobert pulls it in. 76ers on defense. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you will be lucky to win one game in this league.
Now, here's Rubio after the miss from Black. And that one, good.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Here's Philadelphia, 4-point game. Here's Fultz. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Utah comes into this one after the win against the Magic in Orlando. Look at that jam.
Nice.
I mean, just beautiful.
I totally agree. Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
That was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Under Armour. Another unleash chaos moment. Here's Black. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
76ers moving the ball around. They set the pick. Here's Black, defended by Gobert. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
You were talking about the fit for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Hood gets the bucket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
There's the screen. Fultz, no good.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Now a chance to see the numbers for Rudy Gobert. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's putting up about 17 points, 14 rebounds, and almost 3.5 blocks. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or two on him, but that's easier said than done.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. There's a screen. Pass to Ingles. That shot, no good. Simmons with the defensive effort. The 76ers trail by 10. Fultz with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And he makes good on the layup.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Gobert, the screen. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. There's the pass to Ingles. Wide open. And that one drops for him. Ingles has got 5.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
There's a good screen. Fultz, no good.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Offline with his 3.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Utah. At the elbow, it's Šarić over Jerebko.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. Connects from 3-point range. Rubio's got his second bucket tonight.
I don't know if you can do it any better on both ends than they have tonight.
It's early, but they have taken full control of this game, and the fans here, they know it.
Now here's Šarić. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And play stops as it looks like they call an over-the-back here.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Yeah, really wanted the second chance opportunity, but shows a lack of judgment there. Draws the whistle.
Ingles with the ball. Out guarded by Simmons. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And now Philadelphia on the break. Redick for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Redick's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the 76ers. Now here's Hood. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Orlando. That's tipped. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And the Utah Jazz watch their star player, Gordon Hayward, depart for Boston in free agency this past summer.
Yeah, and Kevin, especially for small market teams, that's always the concern, attracting and retaining star talent. The loss of Hayward, a real setback for this young team.
Every NBA player, Steve, believes in themselves, but some take it to the extreme. When they're on the run, when they're off and cold, they just kind of lose interest, it seems. Which players do you think have this irrational confidence, if you want to call it that?
I think J.R. Smith, every shot, any shot, anywhere he feels is going in, and he will still take shots. He has amnesia. He could be 0 for 10 and keep shooting the basketball. Jamal Crawford is another guy. Those guys, they keep firing. Damian Lillard, they will keep shooting because they feel the next shot is going in.
The 76ers trail by 7. Fultz with the ball. Now guarded by Hood. Fultz off the pick from Black. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Saric. Robert Covington comes in for Simmons. And Wells is subbed in for J.J. Redick. Jazz also changing it up. Johnson, he's checked in for Urebka. Burks comes in for Joe Ingles. And it's Mitchell in for Hood. T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward. Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Stolen by Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Burks, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season. But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier.
The Jazz making a switch here. Exum's checked in. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the 76ers.
And they were focused on spreading the floor and getting good looks from 3-point range. That was the key to their offense. They put in a lot of work on the perimeter.
Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Udoh. Kicks to Mitchell. He dishes it to Udoh. Burks on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries it from 19. Here's Udoh. And no good that time. Excellent defense there from Black. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Wells. Second chance shot. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
The 76ers have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And they've been mediocre all season long. Just about 72% from the line.
Utah leading by 7. Exum kicks to Udoh. Burks in the corner. The feed to Exum. Pass to Johnson. The dish to Udoh. Shot clock at 6. Black grabs the board. Black's got 4 rebounds in this game. Passes to Wells. Dishes it to Black. Over Udoh. They grab their own miss. Hole. Good D by Johnson.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Exum passes to Johnson. Here's Mitchell. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Snatched up. Holmes, good.
Oh, easy put back. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities or defensive rebounding for them.
Now, here's Burks. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando. Johnson kicks to Burks. He feeds it to Exum. Takes the three. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Black's got 5 rebounds tonight, and the 76ers with possession. They're on a 13-5 run. Holmes, good.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Well, they knew they weren't just going to be given this game. They had to go out and take it, and they're close.
Mitchell kicks to Udo. Feeds it to Johnson. Shoots over Holmes. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one. The 76ers trail by 5. Pass to Wells. Wells gets a screen from Black. High post try. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
I'll tell you, there's no quit in him when it comes to the offensive glass.
The Jazz shooting 43% since taking the floor today. Exum dishes to Johnson. He kicks to Exum. Up top, Burks. Here's Mitchell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. No good with the elbow jumper. And here's Covington. The pass to Black. And counted, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And it's tied up with that one.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Exum kicks to Udo. He dishes it to Mitchell. Pass to Exum. The feed to Udo. Burks on the wing. They set the pick. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Up top, McConnell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Kicks it to Wells. There's the three. Utah with the rebound. Here's Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Exum. And it's a 4-point Utah lead.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Jazz out in front. They lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And here's DJ speaking on the guidance he's received from Shammy Wells.
Well, more than anything this season, Shammy's been a real mentor. Ever since I first stepped foot in training camp, Shammy claimed me as his rook, and he's been teaching me the ropes ever since. I mean, yeah, he likes to have fun with it, but I really feel like he offers a unique perspective in the league, and I've learned a lot from him since. So, Shammy, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
You get the feeling that it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Yarebko's checked in for Johnson. Joe Ingles comes in for Alec Burks. Hood's checked in for Mitchell. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum. So on the floor for Utah, Hill and Hood in the backcourt. Udo out there with Yarebko, and it's Ingles in at the 3. Here's Hood. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. And Utah Jazz head coach Quinn Snyder was an outstanding basketball player in his own right.
Well, yeah, he was an All-American point guard in high school. His high school team, Mercer Island, was ranked #1 in the country. He got at Duke to 3 Final Fours. He didn't play pro basketball, but he got his law degree, his business degree, and he went into coaching.
And the first one drops.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
And this is the first season where we have ads on jerseys in the NBA with the teams. Gut reaction, Steve, now that you've seen the ads on the jerseys, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I don't like it because I know it's going to start to add up. Well, we're not going to even be able to see the player's name and the logos. It's just going to be ads everywhere. I understand it, but I don't like it.
You know, I can see it for practice jerseys. I can see it maybe when you're selling it retail to the fans. But, I mean, isn't there enough advertising already? I mean, that's one of the great things about keep it as pure as possible. I get the European deal, but there's so much money here, it would seem like this is just an add-on that doesn't need to be added on.
Kevin, I'm totally agreement with you. I think practice jerseys, like you said, selling the jerseys maybe, but I think also maybe at the All-Star game, you can fill those guys up for that one game. But I would love to keep it pure, get the chance to just see those uniforms the way they are.
Here's Rubio after the made shot from Black. The shot's good from Jerebko. Jerebko's got 5 points in the quarter.
What a valuable asset to the offense, having a big with that kind of range.
Fultz kicks to Simmons. Simmons off the pick from Black, and it's Simmons penetrating. And the rejection by Udo.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And it's denied. Ingles against Simmons. Black the pass to Reddick. There's the screen, stripped away. Now Rubio. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
And Steve, free throws, not the most exciting aspect of the game, certainly, but they're a great way to put points on the board. Talk about the mentality for a score. You know, getting to the line and making that part of his game.
Kevin, if you're a scorer, you got to be able to knock down free throws, especially those games you're not shooting a high percentage from the field. But if you can get to the line 6 times, 7 times on your own, and you're shooting 85 to 90%, that gives you 5 or 6 points. And then you have a couple technical fouls, and you can put another 2 points on there. You're talking about a guy as a scorer that are 9, we call it free points. Now you need a couple threes and a couple one-on-one moves. You're at 20, and everything else after that is great.
And the 76ers call time here.
Yeah, you need to refocus now. Momentum is running against you.
And from what I'm seeing, is too many unfavorable matchups out there on the floor. Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that 3rd foul this early.
And rarely do you see a team trade out of the 1st overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
Rubio outside. Now the dish to Jerebko. Udo kicks to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Left side, Hood. Over Reddick. Hood can't get it to go. Hey, you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz. And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
Udo with the ball, covered by Black. There's the pick. Back to Hood. From the stripe. And it's Hood again missing. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. That creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Jazz leading by 14. Ingles kicks to Jerebko. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric. And now let's turn to the 2K leaderboard for a look at the squads that have the most points in transition over the past 10 games. The Jazz, #1.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Rubio dishes to Jerebko. Hood, the pass to Ingles. There's a screen. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Jared Bayless is checked in for J.J. Redick. No good on the second free throw. The 76ers trail by 15. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Black. Back to Simmons. Dishes it to Fultz. Here's the 3. Bayless's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
The Jazz have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And they've been mediocre all season long, just about 72% from the line.
Jerebko hits them both. Philadelphia shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Fultz kicks to Simmons. Now here's Fultz, covered by Rubio. The 76ers with another miss.
And tonight he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Put on the wing. He feeds it to Jerebko. And stolen by Simmons. Over Ingles. No good from Simmons.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And Rubio kicks to Udo. They set the pick. Feeds it to Ingles. Rubio dishes to Jerebko. Just 5 to shoot. Jumper off the screen. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Charge a screen on Ingles. Pass to Fultz. Shoots over Rubio. No good, trying to beat the buzzer.
Using.
Hey, Kevin, fast start. Already have a double-double in the first half. So do you think the defense is going to start to focus on you more in the second?
You know, if they do, then I'll just make sure to keep the ball hopping around. I mean,
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. One of the great stories here, Big Dog getting it done today.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
He's been one of, if not the hardest worker over the first 2 quarters. His tenacity has been the difference.
Fultz and Luwawu team together to make the backcourt. Charge is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Black in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Johnson. No good. Simmons with the defensive effort. He kicks to Saric. Stolen by Rubio. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. And it's Hood in the corner. And there's the pass to Ingles. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Hood. Over Reddick. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Hood's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Utah. Volts kicks to Simmons. Here's Sharich from 13 feet. It goes down. Utah leading by 19 points. Rubio the pass to Johnson. Jazz passing it around. Johnson the screen. Outside Hood. Here's the screen. Rebound by the 76ers. Black's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Outside, Reddick. There's the feed to Black. Over Johnson. Black, no good. Jazz have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Johnson kicks to Ingles. Ingles with the screen for Rubio. Hood for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got assist number 5 here tonight. Philadelphia shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Sharich dishes to Black. An even 3-on-3 break. With the teardrop. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Sharich, and Robert Covington subbed in for Simmons. And Utah also making a switch. Gobert's checked in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Man, they just keep coming at you. Can they sustain this level of energy for the rest of the night?
Well, as they fuel this lead, looks like the guys are feeding off the success. That keeps them going.
Black in the post, defended by Gobert. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And the 76ers making a change here. McConnell's checked in. Utah also making some changes. Udo comes in for Gobert. And it's Exum in for Ricky Rubio. Johnson, the pass to Jerebko. Johnson outside. Jerebko kicks to Exum. Pass to Johnson. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Well, let's see some of the numbers here on Joe Johnson. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Smitty, we have a question sent in by a viewer. They want to know, if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what food would you pick? And got anything for that?
You know what? Kevin, that's a good question. There's so many, especially my mom's cooking. But I'm going to go with shrimp fried rice. That's the one I think I would eat for the rest of my life.
A shot by McConnell, no good. Jazz leading by 23. Kicks it to Exum. Now the dish to Udo. Black grabs the board. Black's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Hood. 14 points for him. Exum kicks to Udo. They set the pick. Exum dishes to Udo. He used that pick just right. Udo's got 11.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Passes it to Wells. And here is Holmes. Dishes it to Black. And the rejection by Udo. And here we go. And it's Exum in the corner. Hood setting the pick for Exum. Urebko kicks to Johnson. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Wells kicks to Black, fires the three. Good on the triple. He has 5.
I love watching Wells pull up from beyond the arc. A remarkable score when given room to shoot.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Last time they met was in Utah.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench.
Jazz leading by 20. So on the floor for Utah. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Johnson, and it's Ingles in at the 4. Burks kicks to Mitchell. Nice ball movement by Utah. Rubio the pass to Burks. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson with a screen on Šarić. Burks can't get it to go.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
And taken away by Johnson. Burks with it. A baseline J. And it's out of bounds to the Jazz as Utah retains possession. A different look for Utah. Urebko's checked in for Johnson. Rodney Hood subbed in for Mitchell. And Rubio kicks to Urebko. Burks dishes to Urebko. 6 to shoot. Here's Hood from the arc. Drills it from outside. Urebko's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for Utah. And for the 76ers, they're shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. Redick with it, now guarded by Hood. Now here's Fultz. He's tightly guarded. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And even when the D is right up on him, Fultz can still get it done. Isn't afraid to shoot amongst the trees.
Rubio outside. The wide open look here for Ingles. And Utah another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And here are the 76ers now. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. Šarić against Ingles. The jump hook and misses it off the right side of the rim. Utah's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the 4th quarter. Rubio sets the pick for Hood. Burks kicks to Rubio. Hood drives in. It's deflected. They get it back. Rubio misses.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Here's Black, and he makes that one.
Assertive in the painted area. This is what every coach preaches.
Jazz leading by 22. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Urebko. They set the screen. Shoots a 3. Hits it from three-point range. And that's now 10 points for Ricky Rubio.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Fultz kicks to Black. It's stolen by Ingles. Hood with it. Now guarded by Redick. Burks can't get it to go.
Just hasn't had his night, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
And there's Šarić on the assist by Simmons.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now here's Hood. Feeds to Jerebko. Rubio outside. Pass to Jerebko. No good with the triple. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from their mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art.
Redick with a double team. Hood gets the bucket.
Hood is great at getting into the paint, using that high release point of his to get his shot off.
Outside, Redick. He kicks to Fultz. Now the pass to Black. Well, the NBA has taken great strides to ensure a competitive balance, Steve, over the past decades, but they have a long way to go to achieve complete parity. I don't know that it can ever be done. How do you feel about the current competitive balance of the league right now?
Well, I think it's good, but Kevin, you're totally right. You can't get complete parity. You're going to have injuries, and I think when you have injuries, it changes the whole dynamic of these teams. So far, so good for me. I think there's a lot of balance. Good teams are good for a while, and then it always shifts and changes. I think we're in good hands right now.
Can't hit from 12.
Well, this is where he's inconsistent, and that can slow down your team's momentum.
And a wide open look for Hood. A three-pointer off the mark. 76ers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Simmons passes to Black. Over Jerebko. And again, it goes in for him. Good shot from Black. Black's got 19 points.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Rubio outside. Hood kicks to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. There's a screen. Here's Burks. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Here's Fultz. And the layup's good off the glass.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Utah leading by 21. Rubio dishes to Jerebko. Burks the pass to Hood. Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read it too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day. And you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad, and also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they can separate those guys. And also the players can separate the beat writers from fans.
And the Jazz call time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Rodney Hood.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Burks. There's the pick. Hood against Redick. Off the pick. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
The 76ers trail by 21. Screen by Sharch. Black in the post. Johnson's there. Rebounded by Yarebko. Yarebko's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Rubio outside. Now here's Johnson. He's guarded by Black. Outside Hood. Off the pick. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Hood's got 6 in the quarter.
When Hood gets room to shoot from the mid-range, he's as good as they come.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Screen by Sharch. Here's Black. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Black's got 12 points in just the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sharch.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And Rubio kicks to Yarebko. And replay review now commonplace. In the interest of speeding up those reviews, Steve, the league last season allowing officials at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey to make the call. You like that decision?
You know I do, but I think sometimes finding a way to speed it up, and I think there's some way where you can have a referee right there on site also can be able to get a chance to see the play, because sometimes technology doesn't get back from Secaucus back to the game. If some kind of way, the middleman, if he's there in his obvious play, that could cut the time, you know, because right now sometimes it's taking a long time.
As long as they get it right, correct? How they do it, who cares? As long as they get the call right, though, to me is the most important. What about you?
I do love that, Kevin, but I think sometimes, you know, human error is a part of basketball. The refs can't be perfect. And so sometimes if they're a bad call, it's just a bad call. You got to live with it.
Here's Hood. Softly drops in the floater. Hood's got 22 points.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Outside, Redick. It's Black, top of the key. Over Yarebko. Fultz dishes to Black. At the tip. Rebounded by Yarebko. Jazz leading by 21. Rubio outside. Joe Johnston on the wing. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Black. Redick with it. Now guarded by Hood. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
There's a good screen. Ingles kicks to Hood. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the triple. 25 points in the game.
And every set they're running looks like it's designed to produce a triple.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch. Looking to rack up points in chunks.
Both teams. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly
This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Well, that was embarrassing. It's over now. I could hear the disappointment from the fans, boo-boo.
Man, come on. It's one game in one season. Be like the ball and bounce back. Hey, DJ Spalding. That's what I'm gonna call you. DJ Spalding, baby. Bounce